In today's journal activity, I was to write and connect about some familiar sounds to me. And so I'll just go into what it is and just times I felt truly heard and listened to. And there are two influential voices that keep coming to my ear as I reflect on this journal entry. The first being that of my dear beloved grandmother, her sweet soft voice saying, "I love you, Sabri," followed by a heartfelt laugh, a big smile, and a warm hug. My grandma always gave me this warm embrace that brought me to a space that felt like home, that connected me to a place of innocence and purity within myself, and reminded me to always be my inner child. And I remember all the sounds of her house with the TV on, watching Oprah and Days of Our Lives, to sleepovers and her CPAP machine running, and even in sleeping with her bed with her and saying, "I love you," with the CPAP machine still on, sounding like Darth Vader. We always laughed. She was always also someone who made me feel heard, an experience that comes to mind and heart in which I truly felt heard was that of my last physical conversations with my grandma. As I was speaking the words to her in her final hours and after her final breaths, I truly felt heard and listened to, expressing my love, gratitude, and appreciation to her, her life, her love, her legacy, honoring the woman she was in my life. I felt my words echo through her, and almost as if I could hear and feel them coming back to me from her and in the expression of unconditional love she had for me. It was in those moments and in that exchange where I would know that she never truly left me, and I would always, always be able to call upon her anytime to be a part of me, listening. She's still that small voice inside me, and I get to carry her for the rest of my life. And so that's the light in the situation of something that really fulfilled me in um, hearing her voice is something that just resonates with me, and I still reflect on it and always feeling heard even now, like just being able to call upon her and like just feel her presence is something that's extremely influential in my life. And as I step into knowing that and feeling and experiencing her still. The other all too familiar voice that changed my life and rang through my ears loud and clear were the words of my first wife. As we entered into the conversation that would go on to be the beginning of the end of our relationship, the words, "I'm not happy," pierced my chest like a bullet wound. I could almost hear the sound of the gun go off as I was hit with that sound. Shortly thereafter, my ears were ringing. Everything went dark, and that's all I heard. I relate it to that of the experience described by some as finding out the news: "You have cancer." And in those moments, that is all you hear. And you are stunned with the harsh reality of something you never thought you'd hear. Yeah, maybe someone else, but not me. The similarities in how I relate those words to that experience in my life that I gave weight to, fighting a battle I never expected to. This woman was my life, and in that moment I knew without knowing that I had lost her. The moments to follow would go on to be the moments that I would rid myself of the disease that plagued my body in fear, doubt, judgment, self-worth, and abandonment, to fight for my life and choose into creating love, peace, and happiness. In those moments, I would find myself through losing this woman that I loved. In hearing those words and experience what I went through, those moments to follow, taking accountability for the cancer, the unhappiness that I had created in my life, allowed me to shift and step into everything that I am and everything I know now. In that no accident way now has allowed me to experience greater depths of love and listening. And it's just been a beautiful experience, like the light and the dark, the life and death of things, and realizing, like, for me, they're just one and the same coin, and just shifting out of that, like, these both of these experiences in my life like made me who I am, and just like I have so much love and appreciation for both of them. And like in fact, like last night, like experiencing sharing with certain people and different aspects of coming from my heart, like I experienced so much more because of these two profound experiences of life and death in my life. And it's just all growing and learning and loving at levels deeper than I would have ever experienced or come to know. Last night I was able to share some of my experience with friends and loved ones, and also my girlfriend, who truly listens to every word I say with all her heart and hears me, to share with her my love, appreciation, gratitude for her and what we create in our exchange and our experience together was just beautiful to share. It is in the exchange of conversations, stories, experiences when I learn the most. Even in hearing myself share, it reaffirms my creation and intent and for what I am grateful for. So that is my journal whatever for today. And I just want to encourage you all to listen today. Hear someone out. Ask them what their story is, what their message is, who they are. A real in-depth conversation that goes deeper than the weather or where you're from, but really get a feel for where someone's at. And even if it's you just sharing where you're at with somebody, I feel like we are our greatest teachers, and in your sharing and your ability to hear yourself share really just reaffirms that. So yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. I love you. Namaste.